A shocking swap, a twisted deception. What should have been a tragic accident turned into a chilling murder. They were together for decades, inseparable, devoted and admired by everyone who knew them. But on one fateful night, their love story took a dark and deadly turn. What seemed like a tragic accident soon revealed chilling secrets. And the truth was far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. A shocking twist, a fatal mistake, and a swap no one saw coming. But was this truly an accident? Or was it a carefully planned crime? It started with a 911 call, frantic, breathless, and filled with sheer terror. A quiet suburban home had turned into a crime scene overnight. But when officers arrived, something wasn't right. Then, the chilling dispatch call came through. 911, what's your emergency? A voice, frantic and trembling, broke the silence as the caller spoke. My parents, there's blood everywhere. My dad, I can't wake him up. My mom is missing. When officers arrived at the scene, they were met with a chilling sight. A home in disarray, a body lying lifeless, and one crucial piece of the puzzle, missing. The victim, Mr. Richard Caldwell, 72 years old, was found in the bedroom, his face pale, his body stiff. At first glance, it seemed like a natural death, but something felt off. With a grim expression, the lead detective explained the situation. We saw no immediate signs of a break-in, no forced entry, nothing stolen, but the positioning of the body, it didn't feel natural. And then there was the missing wife, Mrs. Caldwell, gone without a trace. Detectives started searching for answers. What they found would turn this case upside down. The autopsy results revealed something shocking. Richard Caldwell had not died of natural causes. Toxicology reports confirmed high levels of a sedative in his bloodstream. Someone had drugged him. But why? And where was his wife? The forensic expert's analysis revealed something shocking. The results were clear. This wasn't a heart attack, and it wasn't accidental. The victim had been poisoned, and the timeline suggested it had been happening for weeks before his death. As detectives dug deeper, disturbing details surfaced. At first, suspicion fell on their son, who had made the frantic 911 call. Had he discovered something before calling for help? Then there was the housekeeper, who had been let go just a week before the incident. And finally, the missing wife, Elizabeth Caldwell. Had she fled in fear, or was she running from something much darker? A loved one, struggling to hold back tears, shared their thoughts. I never thought they had problems, but now that I think about it, she seemed different, distant. Suspicion crept into the investigator's voice as they questioned the suspect. Their financial records raised some red flags. There was a new insurance policy, one that listed Elizabeth as the sole beneficiary. And then there was a mysterious withdrawal the night before Richard died. Then, the case took a shocking turn. A neighbor's security camera, initially dismissed as irrelevant, held the key to unlocking the truth. The footage showed Elizabeth Caldwell, alive. Not just alive, but calmly driving away from the home. At 2 a.m., hours before her husband was found dead. Digging deeper, the detective finally connected the dots. If she was fleeing for safety, why didn't she call 911? Why didn't she seek help? Detectives found her 2 days later, checking into a motel under a false name, with a one-way ticket to Mexico in her purse. And when they searched her belongings, they found something even more damning. Every piece of evidence told a story, but only science could reveal the truth. We recovered multiple empty bottles of sedatives, all prescribed under her husband's name, but picked up by Elizabeth. She had been slowly poisoning him for months. I never thought they could do something like this. She acted like she loved him, but she was planning this the whole time. How could she? The courtroom was packed. The community watched in disbelief as Elizabeth Caldwell took the stand. What she revealed sent shockwaves through the trial. Elizabeth didn't just want her husband dead. She had planned to swap identities with another woman and disappear, leaving behind a trail of deception. The swap was never completed because the plan had failed. In the courtroom, tensions ran high as the prosecutor laid out the case. This was never about love. This was never about fear. This was a carefully crafted plan of murder, fraud, and escape, until she got caught. Based on the overwhelming evidence, this court finds the defendant guilty. The court finds Elizabeth Caldwell guilty of first-degree murder. She is hereby sentenced to life in prison, without the possibility of parole. A love story turned into a calculated crime. A home once filled with warmth, now forever marked by betrayal. Could this have been prevented? Were there warning signs everyone missed? Or was this always destined to happen? One thing is clear, the people we trust the most can sometimes be the ones hiding the darkest secrets. Subscribe to Twisted Truths for more spine-chilling crime stories. Like, comment, and share if you believe justice was served.